In the middle of Africa, there are whispers of a creature that looks like it walked straight out of the age of dinosaurs. They say it moves like a statue and stares with the eyes of a killer, and when it hunts, it strikes with the force of an executioner. This isn't just a legend, it's a real-life monster. This is the shoebill. If you were to design a creature from a nightmare, you'd probably end up with something like this. Standing up to 5 feet tall, it's a giant covered in gray feathers that look like they're carved from stone. Its wings are massive, spanning up to 8.5 feet, letting it soar like some ancient beast. But it's not just the size that's terrifying, it's the face. The bird's scientific name, Balaeniceps rex, literally means whale head king. And it is a king with a weirdly cool feathered crest and one of the most insane weapons in the entire animal kingdom, its bill. You can't even call it a beak. It's a battering ram. It's a foot-long, clog-shaped killing tool, ending in a hook so sharp it was made for one thing, instant death. And then there are the eyes. Huge, yellow, and right on the front of its face, which is super weird for a bird. This gives it insane binocular vision, the kind a predator needs to judge distance perfectly. But it's more than that. It gives the shoebill its famous death stare. It doesn't just look at you, it looks through you with a cold, ancient intelligence. It's a look that says, I am a dinosaur. This isn't just a bird. It's an echo from a world that time forgot. The shoebill's kingdom is a world of murky water and tangled reeds. It rules over massive freshwater swamps in Central and Eastern Africa, like the Great Sudd in South Sudan. These places aren't pretty. They're primeval labyrinths of papyrus and mud. The water here is stagnant and has very little oxygen. For most animals, that's a huge problem, but for the shoebill, it's the perfect trap. This environment forces its favorite prey to come to the surface for air, delivering them right to the kill zone. This world is a constant battle. Other birds are competing for food, and giant Nile crocodiles are always a threat, meaning even a top predator has to watch its back. But it's in this deadly arena that the shoebill has perfected its terrifying way of life. It's not just the shoebill's look that's scary, it's what it does. The shoebill is a master of a hunting technique called collapsing, and it all starts with insane patience. For hours, the shoebill will stand completely and totally still. It becomes a statue, a gray ghost in the swamp. No moving, no twitching, just that intense forward-facing death stare. It can stay like this for so long that other birds actually hang out around it using the giant as a bodyguard. But the shoebill isn't relaxing, it's waiting, with its entire body and mind focused on one spot in the water, watching for the tiniest movement. Its main target is the lungfish, another ancient survivor. But this bird isn't picky. Catfish, frogs, water snakes, they're all on the menu. In a truly insane display of dominance, it will even hunt reptiles, including monitor lizards and baby crocodiles. When a victim finally makes a mistake, a fish coming up for air, a young croc wandering off, the trap springs. There's no warning. In a split second, the statue explodes into motion. It's not graceful. It's a violent forward lunge, throwing all of its weight into the attack. The massive bill crashes into the water and snaps shut. The sharp edges are made to slice through its prey, and that hooked tip makes sure nothing gets away. Most of the time, the force of the blow alone is enough to decapitate the victim instantly. After the strike, the bird cleans its bill, shaking out any mud or plants it scooped up. Then it crushes its meal and swallows it whole, head first. There are no do-overs. The attack is so explosive it takes the shoebill minutes to get its balance back. It has to work every single time. Just when you think you have this bird figured out as a silent, cold-blooded killer, it does something absolutely bizarre. If you're lucky enough to see two shoebills meet, you might hear one of the strangest sounds in all of nature. It's not a roar or a cry, it's a greeting. The sound is called bill-clattering, and it's made by snapping its giant mandibles together so fast that it sounds exactly like machine gun fire. It's a salute between mates at the nest that can be heard for miles. But the weirdness doesn't end there. To stay cool in the African heat, the shoebill has a unique solution. It practices urohydrosis. That's a scientific way of saying it poops on its own legs. As the waste evaporates, it cools the bird down, just like sweating cools us down. It's gross, but it's brilliant. Even its family life is brutal. A mother shoebill might lay a few eggs, but it's rare for more than one chick to survive. The oldest and strongest sibling will often kill the others, sometimes while the parents just watch. This isn't evil. It's a cold, hard calculation for survival. In a world where food is scarce, there's no room for sentiment. Only the strongest gets to live. The shoebill is an evolutionary masterpiece. It's so unique that it's the only living species in its entire family, Balaenicepidae. While it's related to pelicans and herons, it's truly one of a kind. Its stare, its shape, its sound, and its savage hunting style are all part of a design that was so perfect, it barely had to change over millions of years. There's even evidence from petroglyphs in Algeria that suggests these birds were around when the Sahara was a wetland thousands of years ago. In a world that's always changing, the shoebill is a living connection to our planet's deep past. It doesn't just look prehistoric, it is prehistoric. For all its power, the king is in serious trouble. The shoebill is officially listed as a vulnerable species, with only an estimated 5,000 to 8,000 mature birds left in the wild. Their numbers are dropping. This prehistoric killer can stare down a crocodile, but it's helpless against the one threat it can't fight: us. The ancient swamps it needs to survive are being drained for farming and cattle. Pollution is poisoning its food, and poachers are capturing them for the illegal pet trade. It's a crushing irony. A creature that survived whatever killed the dinosaurs is now being pushed to the edge by the modern world. The story of the shoebill is a huge reminder that even the toughest survivors on Earth are fragile. They're living monuments of a world we've almost lost, and they deserve a place in the one we have left. If you think this incredible hunter is as amazing as we do, help us tell more stories like this by subscribing and hitting the bell. You'll never miss an expedition. And let us know in the comments, what other legendary animal should we cover next? Your support helps bring awareness to incredible creatures like the shoebill, reminding us all that even the fiercest killers need our help to survive. The shoebill stork is a ghost from another time, a feathered dinosaur ruling its kingdom with a stone-cold stare and a killer's patience. For now it keeps its watch, a living statue waiting to strike. And the answer to that isn't in the swamp, it's with us.